We bishops, the Catholic bishops of Kenya, are conscious of our role as the conscience of the nation, and we wish to address the concerns of the moving call to demonstration for 20th March 2023. We feel the need to address you Kenyans and all the leaders, even in the difficult moments we are living through. These words of Scripture inspire us. Console my people, console them, says God, that is in Isaiah. The religious leaders from all religions in our country gathered on 13 March 2023 in Ufungamano House, issued a statement and made a passionate appeal to the leadership of this country and its opposition. In that statement, specific messages were directed to President William Ruto and his government, and as well as to the opposition led by Right Honorable Raila Odinga. We wish to reinstate the grave concern expressed by all the religious leaders of the return to politically incited tensions. We warn that we are in real danger of taking the slippery road to anarchy caused by the incitement of political players. We as Kenyan citizens are faced by many, or by way too many problems as a country, majorly famine and hunger and cost of high living. As we try to solve them, we neither wish to compound them with the risk of violence. There are very many merit-worthy problems we must address, ills we must criticize, and kept promises we must challenge. But these must be done within the constraints of our Constitution and due respect to the Kenyan people, to life and each other leaders. Pope Francis, in his recent visits to war-torn Congo, DRC and South Sudan, appealed to the entire continent of Africa for a different kind of leadership. A leadership of service and not self-serving. A leadership of dialogue and non-violent means to find solutions to our problems. In all this, he was speaking to all of us in Africa, and particularly to us Kenyans now. We are now appealing to all Kenyans and Kenyan leaders across the political divide that we must humble ourselves to sit, to talk and dialogue in order to find solutions. The path to resolve any problems in our country must be exclusively those within the provisions of our Constitution. That is why we have appealed and continue to appeal again to Right Honorable Raila Odinga as a person, and to the entire opposition led by the Azimio la Umoja, that we should not give space to demonstrations that risk to turn into violence, nor marches that aim at erect and mutiny. Such actions would only negate the very rights and authority of their demands. Consequently, we are asking Right Honorable Raila Odinga and all agreed leaders to seek other avenues to address the very worthy issues. The Constitution provides for rallies and picketing, and these cannot have an agenda of forceful and takeover or destabilization of a constitutional government. Such rallies should highlight issues and seek solutions, not to compound them. Let us not weaponize misery. With the same breath, we urge the President and his government to address the pleas of the distressed Kenyan people. Enough food must reach those facing famine, and the cost of living must be contained. We also call out the inopportunity of bloating further our public expenditure by appointing a huge number of chief administrative secretaries at a time Kenyans are struggling to survive. How can we expect Kenyans to know or to now heed the call of the government to contribute for the support of those faced with hunger? We also make an appeal to all Kenyans. We have had such a peaceful election last year. Further, in spite of great provocation, we still kept peace after the Supreme Court decision on the appeal on presidential elections. This demonstrated that Kenyans overwhelmingly voted for peace. We Kenyans must therefore refuse to be lured into the past politics of confrontation, violence, and seeking justice by looting and destruction of property. We Kenyans must reject the venom of hatred that is becoming commonplace in our politicians' mouths.